Cool.
All right, Lee,
Thanks. Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks for calling, by the way.
No problem. Yeah, just make sure you shut that. Just
Yeah.
hold the gate shut at least when we go out.
Will do. Will do. All right, so we got this fascia board here. This is probably about a 8-foot section, and that's probably about an 8-foot section. So we got to loosen the gutter here and replace that with PVC. Up here, I don't know if you can see the skylight on the roof. That's probably about a 15-foot section of rake board and shingle molding there. And the shingle molding's broken and the rake board looks kind of roughed up and the paint's gone and whatnot. So I'll replace that also. I'm guessing about 15 feet of each. Alright, next on this window, we get that middle piece of trim on the window. It's fine the majority of the way up, but down here at the bottom it's rotten, so we would replace that whole piece. Replace that with PVC also. Any of the wood trim we're going to replace with PVC, that way we don't have to worry about painting and all of that. We get another right up there in that corner, another probably 10-foot section of fascia board, replace that with PVC. And then over here we have these two windows. Both window sills look like they're in pretty rough condition, but instead of replacing the entire sill, I think the best thing to do would be to just chop off the bullnose there, rough it in with something, 2x2 or something, and then wrap the two windows. He understands he'll lose the screen doing that. Doesn't matter because he's going to replace those two windows later. So if we can wrap it to a point where that's taken care of and they can just put the window in. This door here needs to be replaced. The brick molding's all tore up all the way down, but the frame of the door is torn up also. The drip edge at the top, everything's all rotted. So tear this whole door out and replace it. Now we're going to do some siding work, but we're not going to do any on the side or the back of the house. We're only going to do siding work on the front of the house because he's probably going to let us give him a quote on vinyl siding the house later. So very important to make sure we do a really good job over here. So right here we got the 4 pieces underneath the window. So starting right here at the window, and these 3 pieces under it. So that is about 8 feet each. Just round up and say 10, 20, 30, 40 feet. Each one of there's 1, 2, 4 porch posts. They all have rot or bowing or warping issues going on with them. This is what they look like. We want to take these out and replace them with a solid PVC post that looks the same or very similar. Alright, there's 4 of these. These 2 here. And these 2 here. That one. And that one. So 2 corner ones and 2 front ones. And then again, over in this corner, we got about both of these pieces of fascia board. The one going towards the house and the one coming across the front. So the one going back to the house is probably about 10 to 12 feet. And then this one we could cut somewhere at about 8 feet or so. It looks like the next joint in it is probably 10 to 12 feet out. So anyway, just counted this 12 feet each. and pretty much that was it. Not a whole lot, but he definitely understands that this siding is going to be a headache for quite a while to come. See that piece of siding right at the gutter? Replace that one too. So we'll call that 50 feet. And I don't know what it looks like on the other side. Let's just look real quick. But yeah, he's just trying to freshen up the front a little bit. He's not trying to... I'd say that one looks good enough. Because most of the actual wood trim on the outside of the house here is fine. So if he does go vinyl, all we really need to do is change the shutters, put the vinyl on. There won't be any soffit or fascia work to be done on most of the house because there's no point. Most of this stuff can still just be painted. So there's really no point in messing with it. I would say actually up there on that dormer, the bottom 6 pieces, a little tiny corner at the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 pieces. The bottom 5 pieces there. So we'll call that like 60. Over here, the bottom 5 pieces also. So call it about 70 feet. We'll just round up, call it 80 feet of siding. And then say 24, 34, 44. Say 80 feet of siding, 60 feet of fascia. And that includes having to take the gutter down and put it back up. And about 5 foot of the middle piece of window trim on the back, and then this side door, and bullnosing and wrapping the 2 windows on the back, and that'd be it. All right.